Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In today's episode, we're continuing our ongoing coverage of the war between the Russian Federation and Ukraine. Now, I don't know if most of you were able to observe Joseph Biden discussing the urgent and desperate need to pass the Ukrainian assistance bill. We're up to $90-some-odd billion of cash, treasure, and weapons will flow into Ukraine to help the Ukrainians fight against the Russians. You can also hear desperation in the voice of Joseph Biden. You can tell that the situation on the front line is precarious. The situation is dire for Ukrainian forces. That is why they are so desperate to push through this aid package. Now, the Republicans in Congress and even the Senate have pushed back, specifically regarding the U.S. border. The U.S. border is incredibly important. And the strategy that the Covert Cabal in power is now using to create this inflow of new, quote-unquote, left-leaning, left-wing, Democrat, unitary, one-party state voters is the reason they have opened the border. Not only that, we are seeing this mysterious inflow of tens of thousands of Chinese fighting-age males. The information that we have here at MFAN is that essentially the Border Patrol has been ordered to stand down. In place of the Border Patrol are groups, Democrat-aligned groups, designed to assist and nurture this newfound relationship between the illegal aliens and the Democrat unitary one-party state party. But that's one of the reasons why the Republicans are trying to hold up this aid package, because they want border security also in this package. If this is a national defense package, then the border must be addressed. And then finally, and most importantly, the Zelensky regime in Kiev, beyond a shadow of a doubt, has information that is detrimental to the Joseph Biden regime, specifically his crackhead son and he himself, the big man. Now, thirdly, and probably most importantly, is the collapse of the front line, specifically near Fortress Avdiivka. Fortress Avdiivka is one of the most fortified and protective strongpoints in the Ukrainian front line. And as you can see here, the Russians are annihilating it. They are breaking it up, they are compartmentalizing it, and they are now killing it, piece by piece. Let's go back and have a quick look at what has happened over the last just 4 days. So you can see here, in the northern quadrant, a massive breakthrough has occurred. The defensive lines of the Ukrainian military have fallen apart, collapsed, and Russian infantry, Spetsnaz, tanks, armored infantry fighting vehicles are now flowing into these areas. And let's speed it up a little bit, shall we? So watch these areas. Between the northern sector and the southern sector, we are looking at essentially 3 kilometers. Between Russian forces in the north and Russian forces in the south. We anticipate eventually this encirclement will be complete in the fortified area, especially, again, these multi-dwelling old Soviet apartment blocks will be completely encircled. And then the Russians, once they seal that off, they will seek capitulation of Ukrainian forces. It may take a while. I don't believe the Russians are going to assault that strong point just yet. I think they will bleed the Ukrainians out for a while, give them the inability to have food, water, weapons, ammunition, and then finally you'll see that protective pocket completely collapse. So we're also seeing offensive operations by the Russians in the south near Marinka as well. We are seeing breakthroughs in this direction as well. And we anticipate that this will continue. But the pressure is on the Ukrainian military. That is why you are seeing this utmost pressure by the Joseph Biden administration and the Covert Cabal that is behind the scenes, actually running the country, pressuring Congress to try and pass this multi-billion aid package to the Ukrainians. So we'll watch this very, very closely. We will continue to cover everything. We will continue to bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Have a good day.